Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we begun the 2029 NHL off season, and you know what? It went pretty okay. Now, there's a lot of things we have to get through this off season, specifically re-signing some talent before we get to the 2029-2030 regular season. Now, before we get to all of that, I want to thank you guys very much. I believe we're currently, I think we're 10 subscribers away from the time that I'm recording this specifically. 10 subscribers away from 400. If you guys don't know, around January 1st, I said 400 for the end of the year. It's currently April 18th, the day I'm recording this, and it's going up the 19th. I want to thank you guys very, very much for your continued support. These last few videos I've put up, they've been responding really, really well, and I appreciate all of your guys' support. Now, on a side note, I ain't feeling the best because I have a sore in my mouth. Talking hurts so much. And on a side note, I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos because I have a nice stretch of days off. I've decided to put all my attention into this franchise mode just so I can give myself a little bit of rest, rehabilitation sort of thing. I love doing this, but a night where I can just vibe, watch Netflix, The Tiger King, whatever I need to do, it's nice. Not saying I dislike doing this, but I have a few other ideas. I know I've been saying that a bunch as of late. I don't want to set it in stone just yet, but I have a bunch of other ideas I want to bring to the table, potentially a schedule. No, that does not mean I'm going to upload 3 times a week. I will continue going 7 days a week, every freaking week, because I love being consistent. It's been real good. We're over 200 days now, and if you've been a part of this for a while, tell me when you came onto this channel. I want to hear in the comments below when you started watching my videos. If you're newer, hey, I appreciate all the support either way, but I know you guys aren't here for my random spiels. I guess every episode has a random spiel. Ooh, spiel's a weird word. See, that's a spiel. Oh my god, stop it. Stop it. Let's just get into the franchise mode. Now, during the draft, a lot of questions came up. Cap space is always going to be a problem, especially with the amount of talent that we have on our roster. From Quinn Hughes, Marcus Mironov, Brant Clark, Anthony Francis, Petrangelo, Kaprizov, Langweeder, Eichel, and Numanen. Those are guys that I don't plan on shifting at all. There's only 1 or 2 people that I just mentioned that could go if we have to. But this offseason is pivotal. Every offseason is pivotal for this team. We want to continue to grow. We want to make the right strides to continue to perform at a 60-win pace every regular season. I know we have the capability to continue doing that. Off of a Stanley Cup, we're happy. The players are happy. Hopefully some of them take a few discounts. Now, when we started, or we're middle of last episode, right before the draft, we offered 2 contracts to Sergei Gogolev and Lionel Waters. They're reduced contracts. I think Waters we gave an 8-year deal, and Gogolev we gave a 1-year deal. So we won't know until the re-sign phase if they signed. Hopefully they did. Our head coach, his contract has expired, so we're going to re-sign him because he's an absolute beauty. Okay, a few scouts, not too worried about that. Okay, have they signed? Sergei Gogolev has signed the contract. That's a 1-year deal at a reduced contract. Makes it easier for us until next offseason. We push it a little farther. He's a big question going in the future. I really, really like what he brings to the table. I think it's time we transition him to a centerman. And the current third-line centerman in Lionel Waters, does he sign that 8-year deal? He does. Love to see that. 2 young guys that we get on the books. That is big. Similar to Numanen, we pushed Gogolev a year back. I know they're definitely not the same talent level, but especially with our captain coming up next season, we want to make sure we have a bit of money to deal with next year. The best thing about all these players that we have to sign, or the majority of the top-end talent that we have to sign this year, is that they're RFAs. But obviously the draft just happened. Let's talk about the people that we acquired. Now, the first pick we made in the draft this year, I want to say, was Webb. Webb at 18th. Yes, he was. Lawrence Webb, 17 years of age. We kind of just picked the best available player. He'll be a decent prospect for us. He's young. He's playing in the, I want to say that's a DEL. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I was right. Believe in yourself, Owen. 17. He's a right-handed defenseman. He should fit into the lineup somewhere in the future. Nowhere near soon, but that's a nice prospect to bring on. Now, honestly, I think the best prospect that we brought on during the draft was Walter Zimmerman, drafted 31st in the first round. We went out, we're like, hey, left wingers are looking pretty good this year. Put up almost a point per game in the queue. Draft him, he's 18. Phenomenal pick for us. Now, the good thing about both of these guys, we don't have to stuff him in our AHL lineup just yet. The AHL is pretty stacked as it is. I mean, if I had to make a spot for them, I would. But Zimmerman, we're going to leave him unsigned. And Webb, we're also going to leave unsigned. I know he could play in the AHL, but our AHL defense is already stacked as it is. Some other noticeable prospects. We also had Craig Lynn, drafted in the 3rd round. Nice little acquisition there. I don't think he'll be super special, but the talent and the potential is all that we really care about. And also with the, I want to say the last pick in the NHL entry draft, Chuck Owens. And I really like this kid because my name is Owen. And his last name is Owens. Chuck is an awesome name. 6'5" defender out of the NCAA. I like him, but I'm going to leave him unsigned. I'm going to leave all the prospects unsigned. Did we draft McKinnon this year? McKinnon. I totally forgot about McKinnon. Braden McKinnon, 61 overall, low elite. Low elites are always magic beans. You never really know. Same with Chuck Owens. If one of them turns out to be a decent depth NHL player for us, I'll be happy. It was an okay draft. We can also look at goaltenders. We kind of missed on the majority of them. Did we get Greiba this? No, we got Greiba last year, so we're still fine for goaltenders. We kind of shot at a few of them, and we missed each and every time. That isn't like myself to do that, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. We're fine for goaltenders. So where do we start our journey this offseason? Obviously, we have the draft out of the way. Now we have to talk business. Let's get a bunch of these UFAs under contract. Lamb, we're going to offer him a contract. He'll play in the AHL this year. Methot, we'll release him. And a bunch of these guys, we won't be bringing back. Koskinen, we'll give him a contract. Zykov, we don't really need that. Prince is a few young guys that are going to get their AHL debuts this year. Bobby Lev, give him a contract just to get their potential onto the roster. Hey, Bobby Lev. He's looking pretty freaking solid. He's got nice offensive stats, pretty solid physical category. He might be something special one day. Love that for us. Olsen, yeah. A bunch of these guys' contracts are, or their signing window is up. Glad that we're going to be bringing a lot of them on. Fedorov, or why did I say Fedorov? Fedor Gordeev, forever. Always going to be in Minnesota or an Iowa Wild. I'm sorry. Bring a few of these guys on. I'm assuming a bunch of them are going to say no just because our AHL squad is stacked, and that's how it tends to happen. Sokolov, Fitzgerald, an absolute beauty. Give him a contract. Volkov, yep, all these work for me. Ooh, is he going to ask for money? No, he's not. Might even be a depth NHL player for us this year. And then we have Laminko, and then we have Bobylev, Hatfield. Laminko, come on, don't ask for NHL money. Thank God. Good. Nope, no NHL money for you. Thalberger had a really impressive playoff run for us. 17 points in the regular season, but he goes out there in the postseason, scores 6 goals, 9 points, plus 10. Only 4 penalty minutes. Now, that does not mean he's going to get a contract guaranteed, but if we have the money left over, he's definitely coming back. We have Hatfield. He's not asking for NHL money. We're going to give him a contract for sure. Please, he might even be a depth NHLer for us. And Bobby Bobson. $1.5 million. I'm not totally set on that just yet. I do like him. He is a penalty minute machine, so we're going to wait on him right now because we have a few other things to talk about. Backer, he's not really the best prospect in our system anymore, so we're going to give him a contract either way. We also have Georges Bissonnette. Now, there's been this kind of controversy between Bissonnette and Potvin. Potvin was a high draft pick. Both of them were really high draft picks. Now, let's talk about the defense. The defense is obviously the best part about our team. You can look at our offense, but our defense has been solid this entire franchise mode. Quinn Hughes, Brant Clark, Mironov, they're set. And Parrish is set. It's between Bissonnette and Potvin. You can get Seg in the lineup this year. You can get anybody else in the lineup this year. But one of these guys is going. Potvin is 2 years older, 1 less overall. He did get... see, this is weird. We signed him up until then. Right? Potvin had 7 more points than his counterpart in Bissonnette. Not a bad season. He did play power play time. And you look at these sort of players, and honestly, the better offensive defenseman is Bissonnette. I see the differences in them. I do. I get why people are a fan of Potvin. He is a homegrown prospect, but we've had Georges Bissonnette for his entire career. He never got a chance to play for the team that he was drafted by. So he's just as much a prospect of ours. He was basically a draft pick of our own. Now, the question is, how much money is he asking for? $5 million over 6 years. We can go up to the 8-year contract. Honestly, I really, really like Bissonnette. I think he can fit into that power play mold. I like him a bit more than Potvin as it stands. I'm going to go ahead and offer him the contract. Now, that means Potvin's probably going. Probably. Unless we also have to get to goaltending, but I'm giving Bissonnette the contract either way. I really, really like what he brings to the table. 5.975. Hopefully he's good to us and he takes the reduction on that contract. Just a bit over $5 million. 5.1 for 8 years. Please take that discount. So hopefully that is settled. We're going to sim one day, see if we get all these guys out of the way. I'm assuming a lot of these guys are going to be against contracts. I'm not too worried about that. If we have to deal with it, we have to deal with it. I'm not too worried. I see a bunch of these guys coming back. Our roster is full, so we're going to have to worry about that. Okay, I'm not too worried. Bissonnette. Oh, I didn't even read that. Okay, so our Bissonnette signs a contract. That means we have $1.8 million to work with. Not a lot of money, but we can make it work, okay? UFAs, we have Fedor Gordeev and Lack, so I'm going to go ahead and let go of Gordeev. I'm not too worried about that. We also have some unsigned prospects. Oh, we got Chuck Owens. Wait. Hold on. Was it the gold? Wait, somebody said that our roster was full, but they signed. I'm so confused. What? I'm so confused. Okay. We'll deal with it either way. Okay, so we have to talk about goaltending. Now, goaltending has always been an interesting part of this franchise mode, all the way back to Devin Dubnyk. And then you had Frederik Andersen. You had all these goalies. Jaden Weeman, who got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year for Buffalo. And now the current starter of the Minnesota Wild, who's coming off of a Stanley Cup, is Christian Rensfeldt. He does not want a contract extension, and I'm not going out and paying him $5 million. I mean, that's a pretty awesome contract, but if you didn't notice, when we drafted him, he was a high elite. He did dip off from a high elite to a medium elite, which is a big no-no. I know he can't really control that, maybe if he played a bit better. But I really don't want to go out and move around roster pieces for this guy when you have a plethora of goaltenders. You have Sizik down there, which I don't know if you'll turn into anything special. You have Pettersson, you have Tallender, and you have Mackey. Mackey didn't put up the best regular season stats, but I am willing to go out there and maybe he'll take a two. No, he won't take a two-way. So we're going to give him the 2-year. Will he take? No, he'll take 2 years, and he'll take $900,000. I know people are going to be against Rensfeldt leaving, but you understand where I'm coming from, as in we can't give him all this money. I know it's $5 million. It's definitely affordable if we move around 1 or 2 pieces. Yeah, for sure. But over 8 years, he's asking for 11. We have all these other goaltenders who are ready to make their mark in the NHL. Rensfeldt, we're going to qualify him. If we can't find a certain trade, somebody's going to qualify him. We're going to take whatever compensation we get. And if we find the right trade, then we won't have to worry about compensation. But for right now, Mackey's the guy we're going with, and Tallender. We're backed off of such a phenomenal offense and defense that whatever goaltender we have in that is going to put up wins. I'm not too worried about that. It's all about Tallender right now. I think Tallender can be our number one pretty soon. Pettersson is looking phenomenal. Another year in the minors, we're fine. We're fine. We are A-okay. Now, hold on. Any unsigned goalies? We have Mears. Any other? We can wait on Gryba. So how many goaltenders we have signed? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're okay. We can sign Mears. Oh, and we press back. Lovely. Meant to do that for sure. Not even going to cut it out because now you know how stupid I am. Why are you even subscribed? If you're not subscribed, consider. I know you don't want to hear that too much, but hey, I'm trying to hit 400, maybe 500 before the end of the year. You never know. So that is good. We're going to advance a day. See if the guys are coming back. Mackey signs a contract 2 years at a pretty decent contract. Mears signs as well. So goaltending is pretty much settled. You're looking at a decent AHL squad. We should be fine in that category. Now that means, technically we still have cap space. Oh, and now all these guys show up. So we have 47 contracts. So we can sign 1, 2. I think Bobby Bobson's going to have to get cut, boys and girls. I like him, but there's a lot of other guys in the AHL that could definitely get the job done. He was pretty decent for us, but 108 penalty minutes definitely was a liability. I'm going to let you go into free agency. Love you, though. Thalberger, with the money that we have, we can definitely bring him back. I'm going to offer a contract to Babolev. Bring him on. Olsen, we're also going to bring on, and then we're going to offer a contract to Thalberger. We can let go of Valkov. We can let go of Laminko. We can probably bring on... we can probably bring this guy on. He could be a depth NHLer for us. And Thalberger, looking at 2 years at 1.4... I mean, I don't hate that. I'll do that. Yeah, for sure. I like that idea. Now, we're not going to advance today. I want to check the coaches real quick. See, I think it's only our head coach we have to bring back. And then goalie coach in the AHL we don't have to worry about because why would you even worry about that? Now, budget remaining. Okay. We might have to drop him to free agency. And then bring him back because there's this thing, since the owner mode is off, you have a specific amount of money to sign your coaches, but then it's null and void once you go to sign coaches in free agency, so we might have to wait a hot second for him. Any scouts we have to bring back? There's a few. I might as well do it on camera. We don't talk much, guys, do we? You know what? What's up? How you doing? Because I don't want to go out and edit this on my off time. There you go. Okay, so our coach might have to be dropped, and then we re-sign him. I don't plan on changing coaches out. We'll go ahead and re-sign him. Bobby Lev, hell yes. And Thalberger rejects the contract. Okay, so we might have just lost Thalberger because he's not happy with the amount of minutes that he's playing. Was that his reasoning? Yeah, we can afford to let him go. We can, even if we need to go pick up a depth forward in free agency, I'm fine with doing so. So that is settled out. We are going to simulate to free agency, and we have a lot of moves to deal with. Wellwood, we don't have the budget currently, but we're going to go into free agency and then sign him. That's the first thing we're going to do. A bunch of scouts coming back. We're going to let him go to free agency, and then we'll get him back because it is stupid. It's stupid, but whatever. We're going to go to coaching staff. We're going to sign him back. We're going to give him whatever kind of money he wants. Hire coach. He should be one of the best coaches here. Was it? Yeah, it was Wellwood, right? Jameson Wellwood. Bring him right back. I'm so sorry, dude. We're going to give you whatever kind of amount of money you want. I'm going to keep going just to make sure you get back. And look at his career record. 525 wins, 193 losses, and 50 combined shootout and OT losses. He's 57 years of age. He's one of the most decorated coaches in NHL history at this point in time. Hell yes, love him to death. We're going to offer him $8.5 million. Love that idea. Goalie coach we'll worry about in a few minutes. I'm not too worried. I'm really excited to see what the free agency class is looking in 2029. Ooh, there's a few names here that we can't go out and acquire. Blodker, the 6'10" beauty. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, is there any people that fell through the draft? Not looking at... Oh, you got a low elite guy. Nothing super awesome. Am I stupid or am I missing something? Oh, Lockhart, hello. 80 overall. Whatever. Vikland, maybe. Nothing super special in free agency here that we can go out and acquire. Rensfeldt seems to be the best goalie. So maybe somebody will offer him a contract and we take the compensation. $5 million, that's only like a first and a second. At this point, there probably isn't many other trades or many other offers that'll be made. But let's go ahead and see if there's any trades that could potentially be made for a few of these guys on the roster now. That means we can keep a Jack Eichel for 1, maybe 2 more years. That means we can hold on to Bissonnette. That means we should be... we're stretching the cap. But one of those goaltenders are going to have to be signed long-term very, very soon. Which means we're probably losing a Jack Eichel or one of those top pieces. But, Beckman or Cott. I don't like either of those trades. Okay. But that also doesn't mean we have to trade Potvin just yet. That means we don't have to trade Potvin. Let's go to find trade. If there's anything super noticeable for him, then we'll make the trade. But if not, we can hold on to him for one more year. It wouldn't hurt us. I know there's a lot of guys butting for a spot in the lineup. There's a goaltender. No, nothing that I really like. Nashville trade might be useful just for that first pick alone. Maybe rebuild our prospect pool, which, I mean, our prospect pool doesn't probably need rebuilding, but let's go ahead, see what's on. We'll see what's on the block around the NHL. The draft is over. People are in free agency. Teams are willing to make moves, I have a feeling. Okay, Boston, no. Few teams out the gate that have nothing on the block here. Strome, Jesus. Chicago is moving out pieces. Good for you, Chicago. Might as well rebuild right now, right? Might as well. Dylan Larkin. Third line center, baby? No. What could you imagine? Yamamoto. Do they want to trade Connor McDavid? I'll do it. Timo Meier? Jeez Louise. 2 more years of Timo Meier at 5? Maybe. But where would fit him, realistically? What will we do with that? Kratsov? Cole Caulfield? Interesting. Bushnevich, Donato, no thank you. No. Where would they fit? Our top 6 is already set for the next 5 years. So realistically, what are we doing? What is the best course of action at this time? Probably just holding steady. Just wait to see where guys go. Maybe we just trade for a first here or there. I think that's probably what we have to do at this point in time. I think we just have to hold off and wait. Now before, let's actually go to view contracts. I didn't have time to set my bottom 6. I want to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, forward. Let's go to left wingers. Halffield might make the lineup this year in the system. We have nothing great for that. Any centermen? Right wingers, we have Curry. Ronaldo might make the lineup this year, so we might not even have to go out and make a depth move or depth signing. We have Stephans. We have Kolyakovo, who will probably be one more year in the AHL. I mean, he had a pretty solid season with Iowa. Nope, I don't want to. I mean, if you career stats, he had 55 points as a rookie in the AHL. Good for him. And our NHL is looking like Francis, Eichel, Waters, Chubasov, whatever we really feel like making it. Making it feel like. What? That isn't English. Okay, so we're set on that front. We're fine. We're A-okay. So maybe a team will offer Rensfeldt a deal, and then we'll take the compensation. Because you know a team... Wellwood signs a contract. That's big for us. Maybe Rensfeldt is offered a contract. I would really, really like that. Okay. It happened. Colorado offers Christian Rensfeldt a $6.455 million contract. Remind me in 6 days. Now, we're probably going to have to take this. Going to Colorado, that hurts me. Yeah, that sucks. They're hopeful, though, and they're probably going to be a sweet freaking that hurts my feelings. Of all the teams to offer him a contract, it's Colorado now. I think I've made a mistake. I mean, we're gonna take it. I know they need a goaltender, yeah. It's just in division. Is it going to come back to hurt us? Probably, because that's how this game works, but maybe they'll be bad. Maybe they'll struggle. We're going to have to take it either way. You know, it just has to happen that way. It's Colorado. I would have liked maybe it was like a Chicago or a team that isn't contending for a bit, but Colorado's in that spot. I would have been way happier if it was an Eastern Conference team that's in the same spot that Colorado is, but we're just going to have to take the compensation. You know, it has to happen like that. Christian Rensfeldt. You're going to be a number 1 in Colorado, a first and a third round pick. Congratulations, Colorado. You get a pretty decent goaltender. But we're okay. We have plenty of awesome goaltenders in the system. I'm not too worried. That's why I wasn't freaking out trying to get him back. Like when we had Kavanagh in our Columbus Blue Jackets franchise mode. It's nothing like that. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.